This episode of Distraction is sponsored by Landmark College in Putney, Vermont, providing highly accessible approaches to learning that empower individuals who learn differently to exceed their aspirations and to achieve their greatest potential. Learn more at lcdistraction.org. Landmark College. We teach differently. Hi, this is Dr. Ned Hallowell with a mini episode of Distraction. You know, Thanksgiving is a holiday I think just about everyone loves. When the producer asked me to do a mini on Thanksgiving, I said, I don't want to do a mini on Thanksgiving. But what I really meant was, of course, I'd love to do a mini on Thanksgiving because I love Thanksgiving. Everyone loves Thanksgiving. Why do we love it? What is it about it? What is it about it? I think it's because there's no pressure. Of course, if you're the one who produced the feast, you say, oh, he's saying there's no pressure. There's a lot of pressure. We have to produce all this food and all these people come over and who are they going to get along and what's going to happen? So, okay, there's pressure on some people. And I guess it's not pressure-free. But it feels to me, anyway, that it's just a chance to enjoy food, the company of people that I pretty much love. Don't love them always all the same. But I know if I get into arguments with them, the arguments will be forgotten and forgiven. I know that if I eat too much or drink too much, it's not going to matter. I know that the football games will be entertaining. I know that the coming together will be good for us all. Our tradition is that we go to my wife's family in Virginia, and my wife's sister's husband happens to be just a phenomenally gifted chef. And so the food will be fantastic, but it really doesn't matter how good the food is. You know, that's not what it's about. It's about everyone being together. That's what it's about. And I remember, of course, as do we all, Thanksgivings from long ago. I remember my grandmother with her obsessive preparation of creamed onions, and we had to have Gammy's creamed onions, and she would go to how hard can it be to make creamed onions? Well, she turned it into a huge production. And she would bring out these creamed onions as if they were transported from heaven. And then my father and my uncle would argue over who was supposed to carve the turkey and who carved it best. And they'd have their little competition as brothers do. And then my other grandmother, when we'd go to her house, she was the matriarch. She would put on these lavish feasts and she would have these wonderful toasts, and we all had to toast. And I remember one Thanksgiving, one boy, I can't remember which nephew it was, everyone was supposed to go around the table and say what they were grateful for. And he said he was grateful for his mother and his father, and he was grateful for his penis. Well, he was young enough that he could say that and nobody would scold him. But some people were shocked and others thought it was just so funny. And it was in keeping with my family, which tended to be sort of outspoken and rule-breaking. And most of us laughed. And it was a time for laughter. It was a time for letting go. It was a time for relaxation. Yeah, sometimes it was a time for family squabbles. But it was mostly a time of connection, of coming together, a kind of celebratory, food-filled, drink-filled, anecdotal, story-filled, elbows-poking-filled prelude to the madness that comes with Christmas. As much as I love Christmas, a whole lot more of a hullabaloo around Christmas. Thanksgiving is this sort of island of a holiday, you know, from Wednesday to Sunday, with Thursday the designated day, but it's really 4 days. 4 days of food and sleep and kind of a moment's pause in the busy year. Wherever you are, I hope you are having the Thanksgiving you want. And I hope you are giving thanks to be alive, to have the chance to give thanks, to have the chance to hear these words, to speak words of your own, think thoughts of your own, be free, and love. This is Dr. Ned Hallowell with a mini episode of Distraction. Distraction is produced by Collisions, the podcast division of CRN International. Collisions, podcasts for curious people. Today's show was produced by the absolutely spectacular Sarah Gurton and recorded and mixed by the amazingly talented, not to mention handsome, Scott Person.